Okay, welcome back. In today's tutorial, we're going to cover how to do DSCR loans for foreign nationals that have no U.S. credit and no U.S. visa. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and go to the main website, wholesale.thelender.com. Then you're going to go ahead and hover your mouse over to Broker Resource Center, go down to the spots, then click on your login. You are going to have your username, and you should already have your credentials and your password. Once you go ahead and log in, you're going to see on the top area where you see scenarios, you're going to click there. Before I go there, I want to discuss how to easily price out a foreign national that has no U.S. credit, no U.S. visa. What are the main requirements? Do they have 25% down or more? And does this particular loan will the debt service, meaning that the rent's enough to cover the payment, and that 6-month reserves is going to be absolutely necessary to make this deal happen. So let's go ahead and click on scenarios. And we're going to start with the highest loan to value possible, which is 75. And we're going to use $500,000 as an example. Obviously, you could do it at any other loan amount you want. Now, every single one of these boxes, especially with the asterisks, has to be filled out. So at 75% of 500,000, that would give us a loan of $375,000. To confirm that, we see it here, the LTV at 75. And we're going to keep it simple by making it a purchase. We don't have to fill out cash out because it's a purchase again. But if you did want to make it a refi cash out, this is how you do it. Let's put it back on purchase. And with regards to reserves, it is super important that for foreign nationals, it's 6 months reserves. Okay, let's go over to the next section, which is borrower's information. And this is the most important part of pricing this loan. This middle section of income documentation, asset documentation, and employment documentation. All three of them must be none. If you don't do this, you're going to get error. Now, above on FICO, I mentioned no U.S. credit. You need to put a 680. So we price out every single foreign national at a 680 FICO, even though they don't have credit. And although there is no income on debt to income ratio, you're going to put 1. All right, continuing on. Right here where it says citizenship, since we're talking about foreign nationals, we got to put it where it says foreign national. And right beneath it, again, there's the asterisk. We're going to put 1 property being financed. Okay, continuing on. Everything else you could leave intact. Let's go to the next section here. Property information, occupancy. Every single DSCR loan, even if it's not foreign national, all of them have to be investment property, or else the loan won't work. And for this example, we're going to choose what state. Let's just say Florida, and we'll just pick a county. Now, in terms of property type, if you wanted to go with a condo, if you wanted to go with non-warrantable condo, townhouse, we won't do manufactured loans. We will do condotels. But for this example, we're going to do single family. And you can, if it's a duplex or, a threeplex or a fourplex, you could do it here. But for this example, we'll keep it at 1. 1 story. All right. Everything else looks good. We'll leave everything else alone. One more thing I want to cover is with regards to type of rental income. If you want to do a long-term rental, there it is. If you want to do a short-term rental, there it is. We could do both. For this example, we'll do long-term rental. All right. Next category. First lien search criteria. Everything from here to here will be left as is. The most important part is going to be product type, and I'll show you why. If you look down here, there is no setting for DSCR loan anywhere. If you don't see it, it's because you haven't clicked expanded guidelines. When you click it, this drop down of expanded guidelines eligibility and pricing now brings up this box, income verification type. You're going to click on there and you're going to select the no-need DSCR. To be considered at debt servicing, that is 1.00 or higher. All right, so now that you have everything properly filled out, then we're going to go ahead and click submit. Before you do, I would just verify everything. So do you have your LTV? Yes. All right. What type of loan is it? Oh, purchase. Okay, great. Do we have the reserves? 6 months. Excellent. For foreign national, 680. Income, asset, employment documentation, all none. You have that as a foreign national, 1 property. DTI, even though there's no income, 1. You have your state, you have your county, you have expanded guidelines. You have the type of rental income that it is. In this case, it's long-term. All right. Everything looks good. We have our ratio. Then you can click submit. Now, right away, you see how it's expired. That's because if it's after 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're going to get this expired. If you want to get actual pricing, it's between 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you will get actual pricing. Before we go over the rates, let's look at our settings. You have to put what type of prepaid are you going to do. If we're going to do none, if we're going to do 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. 5 year will give you the best pricing. None is obviously going to give you higher pricing, but so let's start with 5 year. 5 year, let's go ahead and click resubmit and click on this no need drop down. And then to get par pricing, it's 7.75. If your borrower wants to get a better rate, they can get it, but they're going to have to pay this cost depending on which one you select. If you want to get a credit to your borrower or you want to make extra commission, in this case 101, which is the maximum that you can do, it will be 8%. If you want to go ahead and lock it, once you have an approval, you will click on the lock. This concludes on how to price out a foreign national debt servicing. If you have any questions, you can always give me a call at 951-751-6810. Thank you for your time.